Your time is worth money, whether you realize it or not. A job pays $30 an hour. Now that might sound like a substantial wage, but your employer isn't just paying you. They're also covering costs such as benefits, payroll taxes, and equipment. When you add it all up, your employer might actually be spending around $40 an hour to have you work. That's right, the total cost of employing you is more than your hourly wage, reflecting the additional expenses incurred by your employer. So why does this matter? Because understanding the real cost of your labor helps you see why employers make certain choices. Employers aim to maximize the efficiency of their spending. If your productivity declines, your employer incurs higher costs for reduced output, which can be a significant issue. Let's break this down further. When you're at work, your employer isn't just paying you. They're also covering costs for your health insurance, retirement plan, workers' compensation, and unemployment insurance. These costs add up, and the average employer spends an extra 30 to 40% on benefits for each hour of work you do. But it's not just benefits. Your employer also has to pay taxes. 65% for the employer's share of Social Security and Medicare taxes. Additionally, there are other potential taxes such as unemployment insurance and workers' compensation, which vary by state. And let's not forget about equipment and office supplies. All that stuff costs money too. Now let's talk about productivity. Imagine you're working on a project and you spend a lot of time looking for files or waiting for a broken printer to be fixed. That's time your employer is paying for, but it's not productive time. It's time you could be using to actually get work done. So if you're not productive, your employer is losing money. And the more unproductive hours you have, the bigger the loss. For example, if you spend half an hour every day just trying to find what you need, that's 20 hours a month of lost productivity. At an hourly wage of $30, that's $600 a month that your employer is spending without getting anything in return. Think about it this way. If you're working less efficiently, your employer is essentially paying for you to sit there and do nothing. And that's not a good deal for anyone. So employers strive to keep you productive by providing better tools, better training, and a better work environment. But it's not just about what employers do. You also have a role to play. More productive you are, the more valuable you become to your employer. This increased value can position you to negotiate for better pay and benefits. So consider this, every minute you spend being productive is a minute in which your employer is deriving more value from their investment in you. Now let's talk about how to be more productive. One simple way is to organize your workspace better. If you can find what you need quickly, you save time and potentially reduce costs. Another way is to use technology to your advantage. Automation tools can help you complete tasks faster and with fewer errors. And finally, staying focused and avoiding distractions can make a huge difference. Let's say you're spending 30 minutes a day on social media. That's 2.5 hours a week, or about 125 hours a year wasted. If you earn an average hourly wage, those hours could amount to a significant portion of your annual earnings. So cutting out those distractions can actually put more money in your pocket. But here's the kicker. Being productive isn't just about you. It's about the bigger picture. When you're productive, your employer can reinvest those savings into improving your work environment, making your job more enjoyable and less stressful. And that's a win-win. So next time you're at work, think about how your actions affect the bottom line. Are you contributing to your employer's efficiency or detracting from it? Remember, every minute you spend productively is a minute your employer is potentially gaining more value in terms of output and efficiency. Now, let's look at a real-world example. Imagine a company that hires 100 employees. Each employee works 40 hours a week, and each hour costs the company $50. That's $200,000 a week in labor costs. But if just 10% of that workforce is unproductive, that's $20,000 a week wasted on labor. That's a significant amount of money that could be reinvested in better equipment, training, or employee benefits. So how do companies measure productivity? One common way is to track output per hour worked. If you produce more in less time, you're being productive. Another way is to track the cost of labor relative to revenue generated. If labor costs are high relative to revenue, it's a red flag. Now let's talk about why productivity matters to you. Being productive means you're more likely to receive raises, promotions, and better benefits. It's a way to demonstrate to your employer that you're worth the investment. So the more productive you are, the more valuable you become. But here's a twist. Being productive isn't just about working hard. It's about working smart. If you're constantly stressed and overwhelmed, your productivity will suffer. You need to find a balance between efficiency and well-being to maintain high productivity levels. For example, taking short breaks during the day can actually improve your productivity. A study found that workers who took 15-minute breaks every 2 hours were more productive, with one analysis suggesting an increase of around 10% compared to those who didn't take breaks. So while it might seem counterintuitive, taking breaks can actually enhance your productivity. Now let's talk about the hidden costs of low productivity. When you're unproductive, your employer has to spend more money on hiring extra staff or buying additional equipment. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Low productivity also affects morale, which can lead to higher turnover rates, and turnover is expensive. Hiring and training new employees involves significant costs in terms of both money and time. So the next time you're tempted to spend an hour on non-essential tasks, think about this. That hour is costing your employer, depending on your wage and benefits, roughly $50 for an average worker in the United States. This money could be used to improve your work environment or provide a raise. But here's the real kicker. Your employer isn't the only one losing out, you're too. If you're not productive, you're not adding value to your job. And if you're not adding value, you're not worth as much to your employer in terms of compensation. That means you're less likely to receive the raises or promotions you seek. So how can you be more productive? Start by organizing your workspace better. Use productivity apps to help you stay on track. And most importantly, prioritize your tasks. Focus on the most important things first and you'll see a significant improvement. Now let's talk about the psychology of productivity. Your brain tends to seek efficiency and conserve energy, often leading to a preference for easier tasks. To be truly productive, you need to challenge this tendency by tackling difficult tasks first, as they often yield the greatest value. Think about it this way. If you tackle the toughest tasks early in the day, the rest of the day tends to be more productive. So start your day with the hardest task. It might be challenging at first, but it'll pay off in terms of overall productivity. Now let's look at a real-life scenario. Imagine you're working on a big project that's due next week. If you wait until the last minute, you'll likely feel stressed and overwhelmed. But if you start early and work on it gradually, you'll be more relaxed and focused, and that means you'll be more productive. So the next time you have a big project coming up, don't wait until the last minute. Start early and work on it consistently. It might seem like more work up front, but it'll pay off in terms of reduced stress and better quality outcomes in the end. Now let's talk about the long-term benefits of being productive. When you're consistently productive, you build a track record of success. This track record can lead to better job opportunities and higher pay. It's like becoming the go-to person for tough projects, and that's a reputation worth having. So the next time you're faced with a tough task, don't shy away from it, embrace it. Because the more productive you're, the more valuable you become to your employer. This can lead to greater job satisfaction and potentially better opportunities within your organization, which is beneficial for both you and your employer. Now let's recap. Being productive isn't just about working hard. It's about working smart. It's about finding ways to maximize your time and output. And when you do that, you're not just helping your employer. You're also helping yourself by potentially increasing your value and efficiency in the workplace. So the next time you're at work, consider how you can be more productive. Every minute you spend being productive is a minute your employer receives greater value for their investment. This efficiency benefits both you and your employer, contributing to a positive work environment. Do your own research, and for decisions about your money, talk to a licensed professional. This has been the Money Files. So how do you actually measure productivity? Well, productivity is often quantified by output per hour or per worker. For example, if you're a factory worker, it might be the number of widgets you produce per hour. If you're in sales, it could be the number of calls made or deals closed per day. And if you're a software developer, it might be the number of lines of code written or features completed per week. But here's the thing. Being productive isn't just about quantity. It's also about quality. Producing 100 widgets that break after a week isn't as valuable as producing 50 that are durable and long-lasting. Similarly, making 100 calls that lead nowhere isn't as effective as making 10 that result in sales. Now let's talk about the flip side, labor costs. Your employer isn't just paying you for your time. They're paying for your skills, your experience, and your efficiency. When you're productive, you're essentially reducing their labor costs. For instance, if you can complete a project in half the time it used to take, you've just significantly reduced your employer's labor costs for that project. But here's the kicker. When you increase your productivity, you also increase your own value to your employer. Employers often reward employees who consistently deliver high-quality work efficiently with raises, promotions, and better benefits. So being productive isn't just about making your employer happy. It can also lead to personal satisfaction and career advancement. Think about it this way. If you can consistently deliver more value in less time, you become invaluable. You become the go-to person for critical tasks, and that's when you can start negotiating for better compensation and benefits. Every improvement you make is an investment in your own future productivity. Enhancing your efficiency can lead to better performance reviews, potential raises, or even career advancement opportunities, which are important for your financial well-being. Quick reminder, this channel is financial education, not financial advice. Do your own research, and for decisions about your money, consult a licensed professional. This has been the Money Files. Tomorrow on the Money Files, economic impact of rich consumers on travel industry.